Well, it's been a long day, so I'm going to go ahead. It's about 15 till 5, but I'm going to go ahead and start early. And I do this quite often. I go ahead and start my PM routine before actually night. So I can go ahead and there's quite a few things that I can do before my husband gets home. So let's go ahead and take a look at my PM routine. I start my PM routine by taking a quick look at what I need to do because it's amazing how easily I forget. Then I go ahead and wash the dishes that I've used that day. You can see that I pull it out of the dishwasher. I use a great big pan to set my dirty dishes in, and I have my dish drainer on the top, and I wash and rinse those off right fast before I start supper. Then as I am cooking supper, I continue to wash the dishes up. After supper, we have just a couple of pans and a couple of plates or bowls, and then the kitchen is finished. Next, I go ahead and start supper. Tonight we are having chicken noodle soup. You can tell that we had leftovers. We had quite a bit. And on my leftovers, I always mark the date and what it is actually in the bowl, because it's amazing how it just gets pushed to the back and you don't even remember. We have this recipe quite often because we really do like it, and it's very good on a cold day. Next, I put out a salad bar, and I make this every week, and I chop up vegetables and keep them fresh in the refrigerator so that I can easily pull that out. And it's also very easy cleanup, but that way we have a fresh salad every single night, and it also makes my cooking a lot easier, and we both feel it's very healthy for us to have a good salad every day. Then I go through the house and pick things up. This is a very quick pickup. It doesn't take me that long because I try to keep things picked up throughout the day. Straighten up the potty pads. We've had very cold weather, and I'm afraid that the doggies are not going to ask me to go out because they don't want to be out in the cold weather, so I've kept those down for this week. Pick things up very quickly, put them where they belong. This doesn't take long at all because I try to keep things picked up throughout the day, and so it's just easy to maintain if you do it as you go. Then I put on my comfies, and I always wear comfies and comfortable clothing at the end of the day that is too big for me, because I don't like things that are constrictive. I don't like tight elastic or anything like that. So that's why I look so baggy. But I go ahead and put these on actually before we have supper, because for one thing, it's very cold and it keeps me warm. The sun is already starting to go down, and I hang up my clothes that I've worn throughout the day because they're not dirty. I wash my face and go ahead and get that routine done before my husband gets home. Then I take a very quick check over what I have already accomplished and what else I need to do. As you can see, some of the things like water walking, those things I'm not really doing right now because it is very cold. But I am trying to do my stretching and yoga at the end of the day. And I always take the next day note of activities so that I won't have to think about it the next day. I write them down, and that way it's easy for me to tackle it first thing the next day. Then I go to my classroom. I teach ESL online with a company from Beijing, and so I go ahead and pull my classes for the following morning. I get up anywhere between 3:30 and 4:30 in the morning and teach those classes. I've had this classroom for over 4 years, and I've absolutely loved it. In fact, I really didn't think I would like it when I first started, but it has been a perfect job for me. I'm able to use my degree in education and at the same time teach from the comfort of my own home, and it's a lot of fun. After supper, I go ahead and brush, floss, and rinse with hydrogen peroxide. I'm ready to set my mood for the end of the day with my blizzard fireplace scene, turn on my electric blanket, do at least 10 minutes of stretching and yoga on my yoga mat with my big yoga pillow. And then I go ahead and set my clothes out for the next day. that I'm ready to relax and read and do some journaling if I want to, listening to my fireplace and snowstorm. And you can see that Maggie and Jazzy are ready to go to bed with me. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will say good night. Thank you for joining me.